Hi, welcome back to Heels in Business. Today is the last weekend in my home before we move out for our temporary accommodation in the UK. The shipping company are coming in a few days, so we're spending this weekend organising our stuff in readiness. We thought we'd do something different on this video to start, and here's my husband making my breakfast to fuel my day. I hope you enjoyed the video and don't forget to subscribe.
That's it really, you're not going to come back to the house really ever, are you?
Most likely not.
What do you think?
Just for your
It's good.
YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah,
Quick, isn't it?
it's very quick.
You watch Sandy do it?
No, we were wild.
Couple on this.
So part of my moving, I've got my dad here to help me because the garden was a bit of a mess. So he's clearing it up, and then all the pots my sister will take, my dad will take for their gardens instead. I think I'll definitely miss this house. Yeah, the house, the size for us was perfect, comfortable, had everything we need, so I'll definitely miss it. The shipping company are coming in about 4 or 5 days from now. So today we are finalising the packing in readiness for when they come. Now, the shipping company are actually doing the pack and load for us, which in theory means you don't have to do anything. They literally just come and pack your things. However, because we are going into temporary accommodation in the UK first, probably a few temporary accommodations in the UK first, we need to separate our things. So there are belongings that will go into storage in the UK, and therefore we need to make sure that we check that we're happy with what they send to storage and keep aside the things we think we're going to need for the next 6 months, as an example. I started my packing and organising about 3 weeks ago. Oh, probably longer actually. I started doing stuff about 2 months ago because I'm a bit particular about things. I can't get my words out. I'm very particular about things and being organised. So what you can see here is one of my bedrooms that I've converted into a walk-in, and I'm already set. I did this last week, so what you can see is I've organised my things into what is going via sea and what is staying with me. So I've put all the stuff here that they will pick up, and that will go to sea. They have these boxes that they should just be hanging up my clothes straight into to put into storage and to go via sea. And then I've sectioned my clothes down here. So these 2 drawers are clothes that I'm still using between now and when I leave, but also I'll keep this with me. This will go into sea as well. That will go into sea, and then in here as well. The point being, I just want it really easy, so when the guys come this week, I can say, right, pack that, don't pack that, and then I'm not having to do it whilst they're here. In addition, I have these vacuum sealed bags where this is also going into storage. No real logic behind why some of it is in vacuum bags and some of it I've left for them. Ideally, probably I would pack most of my stuff into vacuum bags because I feel like that would protect it more, but I'm not that particular. So the things I care about, like my workout clothes and some tops, have gone in here, and then I've also sectioned it so I know what's in there as well. My husband, on the other hand, has done none of this, and I'm going to explain to him what to do. In the walk-in wardrobe and this was from IKEA, I had this section where I had all my jewellery and certain like headbands, hairbands, accessories all in here. And I did wonder how I was going to take this over to the US in a nice organised way. So I bought these from Amazon. I think I got about 10 of these, and it was about £9, £10. It wasn't that much, about £1 each. And in different colours as well, and I essentially just sectioned out the jewellery into these compartments in here. As you can see, I put earrings, necklaces, and I had about a good 5 or 6 of these that I created, and also sectioned out the expensive, like the jewellery that's a bit more expensive as well, so I know to keep that with me and the costume jewellery I'm sending in sea. I also, as some of you know, I always keep my bags that I get when I travel on flights. Not anymore because I haven't been travelling, but I use these a lot for storage for the pack. And in here I've got all my headbands in there. So I would highly recommend, if you're moving especially, always keeping these to the end, not throwing them out, because they become really useful for organising your stuff. Right, so I am now going to explain to my husband what to do, because whilst he is very good at calculating things, finances, best way to make things work for our lifestyle, organisation is not his thing. So I'm going to explain to him what to do. Now, first of all, we've got this section in the walk-in wardrobe where mostly my bags, to be fair, but there's bags, hats, accessories, belts, etc., sunglasses. So the first thing that I've recommended that he does is go through this and just double check that there's no hats, accessories, belts that he needs, and if there are, just take them out and pop them separately. That way when the crew come, he can just say that can all go. Next is where his clothes are. So he's got these drawers and his hung up t-shirts, jumpers, etc. here. The recommendation is to go through this and pick out the clothes that he wants to keep with him and not put into storage, and just put that into one section. So pick a place, put the clothes that he wants to keep, and then the rest he can tell the crew, right, that can all go into storage. And even keep a drawer maybe, so if he wants to put some things aside in a drawer, just say don't touch that drawer. Nice and easy. Right, so welcome to my hallway upstairs. So you can see I've got clothes that are laid out to dry on the banister, making use. So this is Anton's office, but also you might recognise this where I film YouTube. This is my setup. Nothing elaborate, cloth and just vanity, what is it called? A vanity cabinet thing. And this room hasn't really, not much has been done because this is mainly Anton's room really. So he has his computer over here. This is where the magic happens with all the video editing that he does. He's a gamer, so he has, well, he does car racing games, so he has that set up down there. Here, when we do have guests, they will sleep on this bed, which also converts into storage for many shoes, which you can see in here. And I've actually gone through this, disposed of some, sold some. All of this is now going. So all the shoes that I've taken with me, I've already packed away into my suitcase. All of these drawers I've gone through and just double checked. With the shipping, you can't take anything that's flammable, so things like nail varnish, hairsprays, a lot of liquids, as an example, like mosquito repellent, things like that, cannot go in sea. So I've just tried to separate the things that I know they can't have. Definitely no acetone, separated. So that's this room. Now this is my office, which is an extreme mess at the moment. As you can see, I've got a pull-up bar. Can I do a pull-up? I pushed off from the ground, that's the only reason why I got up. But I've got my resistance bars. So this is where I work. So over the last month or so, I've been organising this room, and it makes sense to me, but this is what's going, and I have a lot of cosmetics and beauty products, so I've sectioned everything out Again, bought these boxes on Amazon. I think I paid £20 for 6 of these, maybe less, maybe £18. Ended up getting a couple free because some were broken. And as you can see inside, I've cling filmed them just in case, because I don't know, I was semi-paranoid that they might leak. Even eyeshadow, I thought eyeshadow might leak. So I've sealed everything, and they're all sectioned out, face creams, hair stuff. Again, nothing flammable in any of these. There I've got fragile sunglasses in here, my sleep masks because I'm always travelling on planes and need to sleep, and clearly not anymore, and all my cables, again using the travel bags that I get when I fly. So put all my cables in one thing. So this is all going. This is my little section of what I'm keeping with me. In here it's got things like my huge cosmetics case here. This was going by sea, but I can't live without this for the next 6 months. So I've decided to keep this with me, and then they can take this and pick this up at a later date to ship. And this again was from Amazon, and brilliant. It can store all your makeup and your brushes, which is great. Again, because I have loads of products, all this stuff can't go, so I've kept it with me, and I've just put it in this container here. Sunglasses, because you never know. And then I've got this cheap crate from Home Bargains, and just put in here the things that I'm keeping with me. So nail stuff, paperwork in here, headphones, and then I've used a lot of these to file away sort of car paperwork, birth certificates, marriage license. Here, the all-important paperwork to get me into the USA. So in here are all my visa documents. Again, in here, banking. So semi-organised. And then pockets of things that I still need to organise and ready for when I leave. But I know what I'm keeping with me. Boxes for Anton that he's not going to sort out. I'm very confident of that. And then over here is my cabinet for work, and I've essentially just gone through the whole thing just to make sure that I'm happy to say to the crew, pack all of this away. Just organising my other wardrobe. I've got, this is in our master bedroom, and these are usually I keep my going out things in here, and some of the Indian suits, saris that I have, but I think I won't take these to the US because I've only ever worn them once, and I thought, just in case, but I can't be bothered. Okay. They are very nice. There's the trusty service of my dad coming to help clear my garden. I'm terrible. Both me and Anne are not great gardeners and not very good at maintaining. And he came and very quickly got rid of our weeds. And my sister and him benefited because they are taking our lawnmower, plant pots, plants that have managed to stay alive, and they've